Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast. We are the best movie podcast on the internet, verified by the gold check on X. I am Ryan. I am joined by Brad.
Whoa. Back up. We have a gold check on X?
No, I'm not paying Elon Musk any money. That guy's a freaking clown.
Heart attack there. Like, I don't see that anymore because I'm not on X anymore. So, yeah.
Yeah, no. I only keep our Twitter. I'm just going to call it Twitter because I don't want to call it X. I only keep our Twitter going because it has our most followers on it.
Well, it's funny because I still get the emails and they still have to put like X parentheses formerly Twitter so that you know there was Twitter. So it's like they're still riding the coattails of Twitter.
I know. That guy is such a clown.
Such a
And
clown.
every time like they had that I don't know, meeting or summit where he said like the biggest advertisers would go fuck themselves. I'm like, okay. I mean, you're already out tons of money because you way overpaid for it. That's maybe my favorite part about this is he put in an offer for, $68 billion. And then the Twitter board's like, yeah, we'll take that.
Yep.
And then he wanted to rescind it, but he couldn't because it was illegal. So
Rich
funny.
people, only the best and brightest get wealthy, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid. I know. He's one of those. He like seems like a movie villain. He's just that billionaire, one of the richest guys in the world because he made an electric car.
Well,
and
he bought another person's idea for an electric car, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's kind of ironic that it's Tesla as the name he chose.
No, actually, like a bunch of other people created Tesla and then he just came in and bought it and then took the credit.
No, that's good. Yeah, I just know that what was he before? I can't remember. I don't really care that much, but because we see movies every week. This week, we saw Eileen. Stay tuned. We'll recommend the film or not play the trailer and spoil it. And this was my jerk move because The Boy and the Heron came out this week. And I purposely chose Eileen to fuck with Corinne, but she didn't say anything, so it's not as fun. Like, it's not as fun to be a butthead if the one person that this very narrow joke was supposed to happen doesn't care.
Yeah, I guess she's reached her limit with you.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you're teasing.
She's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not welcome here. I'm out.
Yeah. You guys want to keep on saying how stupid my stuff is? Well, fuck you. Your stuff's stupid. And I'm not saying my stuff isn't stupid. It's just, I don't know why she gives me ammunition.
She's taken her ball and gone home.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I actually did want to see this movie, so it's okay too. And I was going to see The Boy and the Heron too. I was actually going to maybe pull a surprise and actually review it. But the day I was going to go, my kid wanted to see it. And so we were having lunch and he just said, Daddy, yeah, I don't want to see this movie. I'm just too tired. So
Wow.
I didn't see it. And I'm hoping like these next couple weeks, I'm going to see a lot of movies, I think.
Yeah, I did see it, so I can talk about it in the what we've been watching part.
Perfect. Because we also do that. We talk about what we've been watching on the big movie news of the week. It's what we do. Movie podcast. Brad, do you recommend the film Eileen?
Yeah, I think it's all right. Wasn't as mysterious and like psychological thriller as I thought it was going to be. But like it's still an interesting drama, I guess. And the ending, I don't know, felt like a little too late in the game. Yeah, it was all right for me.
Yeah, I liked it. I think the Anne Hathaway is very good at it, and Mackenzie Tomlinson, is that right? Yeah, my head stopped working for a second.
Thomason, I think.
Yeah, she's really good in it. I mean, she's been on my radar since Jojo Rabbit, and yeah, I agree. I thought the soundtrack was really cool, and I like the way it was shot.
Yeah, I like the retro feel to everything.
Yeah, so that was cool. But yeah, I think I'm on the same boat with you. I think I liked it just slightly a little more than you did, but yeah, I mean, it's a cool movie to see. Here's a trailer for Eileen.
Eileen!
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
Good afternoon, Eileen.
How's your day, Dad?
It was a day, just another day.
My day was a doozy. It's one of those days you never forget.
Listen up. This young lady is our new prison psychologist. She may be easy on the eyes, but I assure you, she is very smart.
I'm Rebecca.
I know.
I don't think I caught your name.
Oopsie.
Nasty habit. That's why I like it.
I live a little differently than most people. They're probably scared of you.
Prison is no place for a young lady. You got a big life ahead of you, I'm sure.
I'm just kind of average, I think.
You really think you're a normal person? I bet you have brilliant dreams. Eileen, may I confide in you? People are so ashamed of their desires. I have my own ideas.
Kind ideas.
You can never tell anyone, do you understand? Promise me.
Okay.
Love will make you crazy. Love will make you kill. Can't imagine you with a knife.
Can you imagine me with a gun?
That's very good, Eileen.
Yeah, I can see it. You're different these days. It's almost interesting.
Secrets and lies. Some things are so twisted. The only way out's for someone to die.
That was a great trick.
Eileen stars is about a woman named Eileen who works at a juvenile prison, checking the families in, or I don't even know what her specific job is. I guess maybe
Administrative assistant, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. But she like also lets visitors in for parents to see their boys. Her father is an alcoholic who used to be the chief of police, and so she struggles with that. And one day, Anne Hathaway's doctor, name escapes me, comes
Rebecca,
to the prison.
I think.
Yay, there we go. See, that's why we're such a great team, Brad.
Finishes
Rebecca,
each
she
other's
shows up. We're stupid. We bail each other out. Anyways, she comes to the prison and strikes up a friendship with her. And it evolves into kind of this flirtatious, almost um, I don't know. It's kind of like a love story. It feels like,
One-sided love story, I think.
yeah, it seems that Rebecca kind of uses her looks and her charm to get what she wants, and takes advantage of Eileen, who seems,
she's like horny all the time.
yeah, she's horny, but she seems like she's kind of lost, because she doesn't know what she wants. Then she just kind of gets by.
Yeah, and she's kind of like stuck taking care of her alcoholic dad,
who's super abusive to her, and it's those scenes were sometimes hard to watch.
Oh,
how
yeah.
mean he was to her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in like more of a psychological way. Like he never like hit her or threw her around. But
No,
he
but
definitely like, made her feel like terrible.
Yeah, the damage is really bad. I mean, it's an interesting character study because she only chews candy and spits it out. He tells her how ugly she is and that she smells bad, and then when she does look nice, he like calls her a whore, basically.
Yeah.
And it's it's I guess hard to watch. It's uncomfortable because you feel bad for her. She's just working and trying to get by, and her dad is horrible. And yeah, so they strike a friendship. One day she has a crush on a boy there who murdered his father in his sleep, and Rebecca, who's a doctor there, kind of takes a liking to this kid, and it's revealed that he was molested by his dad, but that only she tells that to the doctor. And then on Christmas Eve, Rebecca invites Eileen over to her house. And while she's there, we find out that it's not Rebecca's house. It's actually the mother of this son that Rebecca basically kidnaps and holds hostage in the basement, and wants her to confess about what happened to her son, and that she covered for her husband and father, who is another police officer in the city. And as she's confessing and telling this horrible story about this kid being sexually assaulted, Eileen shoots her, and they make plans to go away. And Rebecca never shows up at Eileen's house. Eileen goes to takes her car and lets it fill up with carbon monoxide, and I guess killing the mom, and she gets on a truck and leaves this town. And that's the whole story of Eileen.
Yep. Yeah,
But
at the abusive mom's house, Eileen wants to impress Rebecca, so she like just kind of makes the wrong decisions, like, hey, we'll just use this gun on her and like scare her, and then eventually like the mom just pisses Eileen off enough that she shoots her anyway, and thinks that like the more daring she gets, like the more Rebecca will be impressed, and then eventually Rebecca's like, yeah, you go back to your house and I'll meet you there. And then poor Eileen just like gets stood up, and then she realizes, you know what? I could just go start a life of my own. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like the twist came like really late into the movie.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for maybe Rebecca not to be all who she said she was. But she never did. And that part kind of ends with a lot of ambiguity. Like, I mean, I don't know what happens with Rebecca or whatever. Or Rebecca just leaves.
Well, that's the other thing is I thought she pinned the murder on her father. Like she doesn't just put the body in the car and fill it with monoxide because she was shot, so she like plants her dad's gun with it.
Yeah, I know that was the plan, but I guess you just followed through with the plan without without Rebecca.
Yeah.
And there's little hints throughout the film because her dad asked her at one point, what does she do with all that money that she earns? And obviously she was stashing it in a cookie tin. And I mean, I guess back then too, it's probably easier just to go away.
Well, yeah, back then, way harder to track people. So it's probably way easier to create a new identity for her.
I mean, I guess I glossed over too. There was also instances where she kept on having fantasies about killing her dad too. And then she killed herself in one of them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, like her dad tosses her his gun and she shoots herself in the head with it.
Yeah. And then when he comes home and is berating her, she shoots him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
It's an interesting character study because she is emotionally damaged but when you're treated that way, it's hard to fault her for how she feels because the first person that really paid attention to her, was nice to her, she fell in love with. So, it's an interesting character study. And I went to an Alamo for all screening, which I didn't know. I hate when I do that. But usually, even when I do those, they're not too bad. But this one actually had like a mom with a crying baby, and yeah, I know. The thing is, though,
I get it for trolls, but Eileen.
But here's the thing, though, Brad. I didn't say anything because this baby was really young, and it's.
Oh, I mean, wow, young baby, shocking.
Well, but like this is why they have these screenings. It's because in my head, the whole time I was thinking, because the baby wasn't that bad. It just it was like once or twice. But this mom is probably like stuck at home. She has to breastfeed this baby, And I was playing this story in my head that the dad is like some plumber who's a jerk. And all he wants to do is
her husband's an abusive cop.
Yeah. Wants to go out and see a movie and eat some popcorn, and the only time she can do it is if there's an Alamo for all screening. So I let it slide.
Rebecca is her server.
Yeah. So I was making this whole story up in my head, but I mean, I get it. And that's why, obviously I'm not going to say anything because even on those Alamo for all screenings, you can be like, hey, tell this person to be quiet. But if a mom wanted to see Eileen, I was gonna, like I said, in my head, and the dad's probably like, I don't want to see that stupid fucking movie. So she has to wait till he's at work. I don't.
By the way, you better take this crying baby with you.
Yeah, I'm not watching the baby either. And he's sitting on a recliner with a beer. Yep. You know what I mean?
I'm going to watch my sports ball.
Yeah. So in a way, I do. I respect that woman for going to see a movie, but also that understanding that was a screening meant for, in those instances where it might be a mom and she needs to get out of the house. So, I was not offended. It was just the first time that's ever happened to me in one of those screenings.
It's funny. I actually thought those screenings were for, people who got sensory overload. So everything was like supposed to be quiet.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both because I always laugh too because this happened before. I think when I saw Infinity Pool, where it's the one PSA is like, "Hey kids, what the fuck?"
This is what you sound like.
Yeah. Some chatter's okay, but be respectful. Like, all right, well. Yeah, but I love the soundtrack of this movie. I love the music in it. I love the soft focus that the film had.
The retro titles.
I thought it looked great. Yeah. I thought the costumes were great in it.
It definitely felt like a musty 1960s. Like you could, smell the.
Yeah, that's a good way to say
of the times off the screen. Yeah, because it takes place in Michigan or something.
Yeah, something like that. It definitely has a 1960s, maybe. No, it's Northeast. It's Massachusetts, I think.
Oh yeah, because they all have the Boston accents. That's right.
Yeah. But it has that kind of grimy feel to it. And you know, that's the kind of aesthetic I like, where it's not in your face, but it definitely has a feel of a certain time period, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I thought it was a cool movie. It's definitely one that I don't think you need to see in theaters. You can rent it on Amazon or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. Hey, this is the big movie news of the week.
It's real news.
You think that there'd be like more big movie news because, you know, they were on strike for so long, but nothing's really going on.
It's all the holidays too, so they're like simultaneously trying to ramp back up, but also everyone's exiting LA for the holidays.
Yep. So, really, I guess it's not even really that big of news. That I read an interview with Jason Momoa, and he doesn't think that they're going to do another Aquaman because I have this weird feeling that that has flop written all over it too. I just the release schedule just blows my mind on these films. So it's a Warner Brothers movie, and this coming week, well, it's in the middle of the week, Wonka came out, which is also a Warner Brothers movie. So you have two tentpole Warner Brothers movies releasing in a week with each other, and Aquaman comes out with like 3 other movies that are coming out. And then the next week is Christmas with the new Color Purple and a bunch of other movies too. I don't understand why they didn't keep it in October.
Aquaman or Color Purple?
Aquaman.
I think
like,
I've heard they've focus grouped it so much that they basically just destroyed it. So
really,
I think they think that they're going to get a holiday bump out of it.
Because to me, it seems that Warner Brothers wants to move on from these old DC movies so bad that they're just putting them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the Superman one's coming out in 2025, so I think they want to get them over with, so there's like enough reset time for people to kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
So
because they even pushed Joker from, wasn't it supposed to come out like in March, and now it's October or something?
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
I mean, the old one came out in October, so I think the other thing with Aquaman is too is like the original came out over the holidays, so I just think that the audience goes to see the same type of movies at the same time of the year, so it made $1 billion around Christmas last time. That should work again, right?
Yeah, I mean, because Aquaman actually surprised me. I thought it was pretty fun. It reminded me a lot of Shazam, where it didn't get very much fanfare when it first came out, but it ended up being like a really good movie. We'll see. I don't know. The marketing hasn't really inspired me watching it.
I mean, I didn't enjoy the first one, so I don't care. I'll see it, but yeah, my expectations are very low.
Yeah, I just want to have fun.
I mean, Aquaman himself is charismatic, but like everything else around it just seemed just made up and dumb nonsense. I know it's comics, but just like, I mean, the film was called Ocean Master. It just felt like kids on a playground creating characters.
You know, that's always been my
Ocean Master. Like,
that's always been my complaint with DC.
Yeah. If you just be a Prince water guy, you know.
Because I've been getting the comic store, or DC and Marvel have been doing a lot of reprints of how comics were when they were first released. And man, some of the Golden Age DC is brutal. I mean, you can see when I read the first Batman from Detective 27, I go, okay, I can see how he's popular because there's like this little bit of mystery to it, and he, you know, shoots bad guys. And even Action Comics one, it was the Superman story was really fun in it, and I could see how those characters took off. But I just read the first appearance of the Riddler, and yeah, no, they're just too silly. They are so silly. And I think that's how Marvel became so popular in the 60s, is because their writing was so much better and they didn't treat it as silly. But yeah,
I don't know. They have their own cosmic nonsense stuff. So,
oh no, there's you're talking to a Spider-Man fan, so most of his stuff is pretty grounded. But because Marvel's been doing it too, so they've been putting out X-Men and Fantastic Four, and I read them and I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. But then I got they put out the Dark Phoenix stuff, and I can't even keep it straight. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And that's because the story is so famous that I thought that it'd be easy to kind of jump in and read it. Nope.
Super convoluted to make that tracks.
Yeah. And yeah, it's so, I don't know. And maybe because I've never connected with those characters. I've always liked, Spider-Man and Batman. So, and, Batman is a little more rooted into reality, and his villains are cool. But you can see that why they needed to revamp him in the 70s and 80s, because, man, the 50s and 60s are rough.
Yeah. I think they just followed the 60s TV show template.
Yeah. And when I watched the 60s Batman, because obviously I got the Blu-ray, there is a fun factor to it, but it's hard to watch a lot of them consecutively, if that makes any sense.
When I got the Blu-ray, it's just I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then I think by season 2, I was just like, it just became background noise. Like I was watching them, but I wasn't really watching them.
Yeah. It was a childhood thing for me. I used to watch them on Nickelodeon all the time.
Yeah.
But now it's, hey, I can watch a couple episodes and then I'm good.
I used to watch them on the Family Channel. Remember the Family Channel?
Oh, fuck, dude. I haven't heard that name in forever.
Yeah. Back before it was I think it was Fox Family, and then it was ABC Family.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
I guess the big movie news is Dick Van Dyke turned 98 yesterday.
I had a mini heart attack. He died. I missed that news. No, 98. No, that's awesome.
I would be sad, and that would devastate me.
I was so checked out from the news yesterday that that would have been plausible. I missed that.
No, it's 98 though. Good for him.
Yep, still spry as ever.
Yep.
Still bummed he was at Salt Lake Comic-Con, I think a couple years ago, and couldn't go.
I know GalaxyCon had, you can get his autograph by sending it in. I'm always so scared to do that.
Yeah, because you lose your comic in the mail. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's something that if he ever comes near here, we definitely should make a trip and go. But I mean, he's 98. Is he really going to travel?
Traveled a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and he does have a saying, you got to keep moving. We watch things throughout the week in a segment I like to call What We've Been Watching.
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, did you have a fun week watching stuff?
I guess so. I watched a lot of stuff, but I'll just touch on the stuff I saw that's new and in theaters. Like I teased at the beginning of the episode, I saw The Boy and the Heron.
How was that?
Confusing. All
freaking those movies.
It makes me question how much I really do love Miyazaki movies.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I loved Mononoke and Spirited Away, and then Howl's Moving Castle I thought was okay, hard to follow, and then Ponyo I was like, I've said before, I was like, this is too simple. In the opposite direction, and then I think I've off and on watched a couple of other things that I've completely forgotten, and then we had that challenge Curran gave me where I saw a couple of ones that was Friday's Sun, and this one was just it's gorgeous, it's beautiful to look at. I saw the subtitled version because I'm a purist,
Sure.
But I'm thinking I should have watched the dubbed one because I think they would have like explained it a little better for me. Because yeah, there's this boy and his mom dies, and then his dad remarries his mom's sister, and they move to the countryside, and he's a super wealthy guy who makes parts for the war, and he, lives in a part of the country where he's, isolated from other kids, and he doesn't get along with others at school, and then there's this pissed off heron that constantly like teases him, like flies around the house, smashes into his window, and says like, "Hey, you got to come with me." And then the boy gets fed up with him and decides he's going to try to kill him, and then follows him into the
reasonable.
forest. Yeah, escalates very quickly. The whole build up, it takes like, I don't know, it felt like 40 minutes for the boy to actually go into the forest and go to the house that all the fun house stuff happens. So yeah, he's like fighting off this heron occasionally, and he's not jiving with his new mom. And then his new pregnant mom wanders into the forest, and people can't find her, so the boy teams up with the heron to go find her. He's like, "I'm going to kill you, but I'll follow your directions for now, because apparently I'm being invited to something. I don't understand it." Yeah, and then he goes to this house in the forest. It's some weird like Meow Wolf style house, no return, that some old dude invented. And it's actually like a portal to different dimensions. And then he just wanders through like weird bizarre thing to another bizarre thing, and there's like one land that's just full of cannibalist or not murderous parakeets. Like they're just super excited to eat people. It just makes you feel like it was like Miyazaki hurt by a bird. Like he's super pissed off. Yeah, and they're led by this imperialist parakeet who wants to like take over all the dimensions to like save his own. I was so lost.
I always had a feeling that parakeets were assholes.
Totally. Yeah. There's like some old dude at the end who's building blocks and controlling the universe. I guess kind of like Loki season 2 style. And he has to he's like, "I invited you here because I want you to replace me." And yeah, kid's like, "I don't know if I want to do that or not." And then he agrees to, and then he doesn't, and he does. And it's like, And then the universe collapses, and I don't know. I gotta watch the dub version to maybe understand I read the comments. People are saying like, "Oh, it's a meditation on Miyazaki's whole career and his life and what it means to be old and at the end of everything." I'm like, yeah, I could totally see that. Okay. Yeah.
That's always, you have to go read, like, what is this movie about? You have to read what people say. It's a good sign.
Yeah. So I'm either just stupid, way movie illiterate, or the movie just didn't convey that well enough. So, but yeah, kind of interesting 2 weeks where we've seen Japanese language movies, and this one was just so confusing.
Yeah.
It feels weird though, because I felt like, in my 20s, we were so into anime back then. I picked up on everything really well. Like even Evangelion, which was even more confusing than this. But yeah, this one I just felt so lost.
I wonder if you have to, retrain yourself.
Maybe, because I've watched so many English movies that I've just fallen into a rut of just like, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was also late at the end of the day, so maybe I was just tired too, and just my body was just so slow to pick up on stuff. But I felt like I was desensitized for the very slow build up. Like there's so much time of that kid just living in his house in the countryside doing nothing.
I feel this way about actually all of Miyazaki's films. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful films. But they're all really kind of confusing to me and weird. But, people love them, and I would never, artistically, I think they're some of the best animated films ever, but I don't know, they just don't connect with me.
Yeah, like Mononoke, I was as I was watching, I was like, I get it. This is like a meditation on environmentalism and all that. Like that seemed obvious to me. And then Spirited Away, I was like, okay, here's this bratty girl who has to get a job and learns how to be a self-sufficient person. But yeah, everything after that, I've not been able to like figure out, like get a read on.
Yeah. Feel you, man.
Yeah, and then I also took a chance and watched the Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I keep on meaning to.
Yeah, I mean you can. It's all right. It's
Well, I don't take what you guys say about the Hunger Games to heart at all.
I will admit it got more like it made more sense and felt like more mature by the end of the movie. But leading up to it, there's a lot of just like goofy stuff. Like all the like singing in the districts, like the rebellious parts of like song being rebellion and everything. It's like they replaced the hand signal with the girl singing. Always seems kind of goofy, and like the songs are never too like they seem like so made up on the spot. Or to like they were going to sell an album alongside the movie, so like they just feel like that. But yeah, it's the story of the villain from the old movies, Snow, and how he fell in love with a girl who wronged him, and that's what made him angry. That classic trope. In the creation of the Hunger Games, apparently they were a joke among some of the wealthy people that went too far and got too serious. Wow. Yeah. And just as they're like losing their steam, Snow inadvertently reinvigorates them and makes them deadlier. And even though he tries to save everybody for love, it goes wrong for him and everybody. So, yeah, like at the very end when he's trying to escape the districts because he gets in trouble and punished and sent to military service to control the districts, and then the girl he's gonna sneak out and run away with her, and like there's a shot where he's like hiding behind a truck that's like near the gate to escape. And so it's like it's showing like he's hiding from something in the distance. And then there's another truck coming to go out the gate. So he's going to like hop on the truck as it goes out. So just imagine the camera's looking at him leaning against another truck, and there's this truck coming. And then as the truck comes towards the camera, it rolls to the right, and he gets behind the truck and then jumps in it and then goes out the gate where there's two guards guarding the gate. And I'm just like, so the guards didn't see the dude standing in front of the truck?
It's like Metal Gear Solid, man. They only have a certain cone where they can see. Huh?
Yeah. So, yeah, and some of the deaths are pretty brutal.
Nice.
For these kids, yeah. Like they poisoned or mutilated, and yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Well, nothing says a good time like killing children.
Yeah, perfect holiday film. I also watched it was in the theaters, but it's not a new movie. It's called Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale.
Oh,
it's
never heard of it.
Retro holiday screening at the Esquire I saw, but I think it's a Norwegian or Swedish film. I think it's Sweden. I mean, I could probably just do some research for once in this podcast and find out for sure, but I won't. So let's just say it's Swedish. But it's about this kid and his dad, and they live like in the middle of nowhere, very small town. And there's this legend of this, like the real origin of Santa isn't the Coca-Cola Santa. It's this demon who,
I think I have heard of this movie.
Yeah, like in old times, some gods or whatever captured him, froze him in ice, and then buried him as much as they could. And so that this mountain that they live by is the prison of Santa. And these profiteers find out about it. They try to like blow up the mountain to get Santa out so they can like monetize him or whatever. And so this family living next door, they go out and they find out suddenly all their reindeer that their livestock has been slaughtered by wolves because the boys like cut a hole in the fence to go like look at the mountain and find out what they're up to. and the boys don't admit that they did that. So all the adults think that the people blowing at the fountain cut a hole in the fence and got their animals slaughtered. So they, take up arms and they decide to like go to the mountain to confront the demolishers. And when they get there, everyone's slaughtered because they cut a hole and all the elves escaped. And in this tale, like, yeah, Santa's a demon and all the elves are like naked old dudes that look like Santa. And so, they capture one in this trap. And they think it's like he's Santa. And then when they go to like, hey, we've got your Santa that you've been looking for. We want compensation for all the reindeer you slaughtered. So they try to make a trade and they find out that, yeah, that's just an elf. And
this movie is notorious. I swear I've like known about this movie. I've never seen it, but it's like known, right?
Yeah, like in like indie film circles, like it's just like the holiday movie that you haven't seen that you should know about, that you need to see. It came out in 2010, so it's super old by now. But yeah, I think I first heard of it like at the Alamo, like in 2013 or something.
Yeah,
I just never got around to it.
Like a trailer as you're describing. I'm like, I swear I've heard of this film before.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's a great title. Like, it makes sense for the movie because eventually Santa becomes the export. Like, that's where mall Santas come from. Is like, once they kill Santa, all these elves are like, they have no job. So they get trained to be like mall Santas. But yeah, but in the advertises, like, we've got the original Santa, they come from the original Sweden or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, again, it's another one where like it takes a long time to like get to where the point's being made. But the fun part is, a lot of it, like, it's from the point of view of this one kid. And then like the kid ends up falling into like, die hard action tropes. So yeah.
Nice.
He's basically trying to save the adults and everything, and he comes up with the plans for it all, and he like knows the backstory of the legend, and so everyone's just following him. And he's like willing to die for everybody, yeah, and be the hero. So yeah,
love it.
It's all right. Yeah, I guess the last thing, real quick, is I watched Jack Frost, the Michael Keaton one.
No, I got really excited. I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, like they were making fun of it on how this get made, so I was like, oh, it's streaming for free. I can finally watch it. The weird thing is, like, for all the people on how this get made that are connected to Mr. Show, like, they didn't mention that a lot of this movie is populated by people from Mr. Show.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's directed by Troy Miller, who directed a bunch of Mr. Show episodes. But then there's like cameos from like John Ennis, Jay Johnson, and who else? One other person. Oh, Paul Tompkins is like some guy in the crowd at a concert shouting stuff. So I was like, yeah, weird thing not to mention because those dudes are like your friends. But maybe they don't want to be associated with the movie. Because yeah, I guess people listening, yeah, it's a movie where Michael Keaton is a musician who is pretty like supportive of his kid and his wife, and he just doesn't go to one hockey game. Like, he normally goes to them, but he just misses this one because he wants to do a gig in like Vail or something. It takes place in Colorado represent. Yeah, so he like it's snowing. He gets into a car accident and dies, and then a year later he is reincarnated as a snowman, and then he has to, like, I don't know, right a wrong that wasn't that big a deal. Yeah. Yeah, super goofy. Although, like, the animatronics of the snowman suit are pretty impressive. But then, the wide shots, they do like a CGI version of it where like he's snowboarding and things. You're just like, wow.
Of course.
1998 CGI. Not surprised.
I would say it has to be like a late 90s snowboarding snowman.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And there's like this one place where the kid goes to think, like in the woods, and it's like clearly a soundstage. Like they really dressed it up to like have this like crystal waterfall and like a giant log for them to sit on, and yeah, it's just definitely looks like set dressing instead of outside. Yeah, and then speaking of people driving off the road, I actually watched Misery for the first time.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, by today's standards, probably something I would just stream rather than theater, but as sort of like a one room kind of psychological thriller thing, like
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive. And yeah, like I appreciate that, the characters didn't make a ton of dumb mistakes and things. Everything seemed pretty well thought out.
Yeah, no, it's a really good movie.
Yeah. Felt really bad when the town sheriff like got blown away.
Yeah, for no reason, really.
Yeah.
He's like a nice guy.
Stephen King wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that's what I watched.
Yeah, I actually kind of watched a lot. I got a lot of like 4K upgrades for some reason this last couple weeks. So I got the Monster Squad, which of course is one of my favorite movies, and in 4K. What I really like about 4K is they make it, the detail gets so nice and the colors are so nice, but they keep it looking like a film. So that looks like a really awesome version of a 1987 movie. I watched Point Break, which is a silly movie, but it looked great on 4K.
I think they learned their lesson with Blu-ray when they did all that DNR scrubbing. They're like,
I think they did.
Initially, it looks great, but then when you like really compare it with the original, you're just like, oh yeah, we're way off the mark with this.
Yeah, totally. And because I like seeing, kind of the grain and the film look to it. Yeah, Point Break is cool. I mean, the action scenes look awesome. And one that kind of surprised me, I watched Titanic for the first time in 26 years, and it was a lot better than I remembered it. So, but the 4K is freaking stunning. It's just one of those ones where you watch it and you go, oh yeah, this is why this format exists, because it elevates the whole proceedings.
Did they upgrade because it's been 20 years, like obviously Cameron's had time to like tinker with it. Do you think he's like upgraded the ship model?
Yeah, it looks a lot better. I remember when I watched it 27 years ago, I was like, yeah. But I would see clips of it, and yeah, it seems like they fixed it a little bit. The problem that it still has, and I don't know if you do this, but they do a huge, like, I quote unquote crane shot of Titanic, and the CGI like people on it are all kind of doing the same thing, but they don't move 100% naturally, so it really distracts me. I don't know, it's like my thing.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, it looks great. The story is, whatever, but it's a lot better than I remember it. And maybe it's because I've been removed from it for 26 years. And the 4K disc has, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours of bonus features on it.
Nice.
So it's definitely a really nice set, and it will be probably on my list. And it makes me, I might get, because my Christmas bonus this year, they gave me $100 straight cash. So I'm not a fan of the Avatar movies, but they have these like super deluxe 4Ks coming out. I'm like, man, I might get those because it's like what the format's made for, with 5 hours of bonus features and stuff. I don't know yet.
I was gonna say, is the money burning a hole in your pocket? Because I'm pretty sure there's like $100 worth of better stuff coming out later this next year.
I'm sure there is. So I watched those. I still have to watch. I got my 4K Weird that I haven't had a chance to watch yet.
I did, yeah.
And so I watched a movie called Blue Steel, which is a Jamie Lee Curtis movie from.
It's a Vestron.
Yeah. Yeah, I always get, if they're like interesting to me, I like the Vestrons because they're $11 and they usually have like good bonus features on them. And in it, she plays the rookie New York City police officer, and one of her first days on the job, she gets involved in a shooting with a Tom Sizemore, who's in a really small part. But as I was watching, because I was watching Point Break, which is also, so this movie is Catherine Bigelow, and Point Break is Catherine Bigelow. I think Tom Sizemore is just like one of her actors she goes to because he's in both those movies, and I'm pretty sure he's in Zero Dark 30. But anyways, so she gets in the shooting, and after she kills the armed robber who threatens to shoot this checkout guy in the head, the gun is missing because it was stolen by Ron Silver, who is obsessed with it. And of course, they can't find the gun, so her ass is on desk duty, and because she just shot somebody, and
with a gun they can't find. Yeah,
but the whole time I'm watching, I go, why did they just interview the guy who had the gun pointed to his head? Anyways, so Ron Silver steals the gun and he starts killing people with it because he's some crazy guy, and he also starts dating Jamie Lee Curtis's character because he kind of exploits her because he sees her there, and he's a Wall Street guy, so of course he can't be a killer. And yeah, it's a really interesting movie about what he can get away with because he's wealthy, and there's a lot of logic gaps in it, but it's one of those early 90s thriller movies. You go, okay, it's good. It is what it is. But Jamie Lee Curtis is great in it. I like her pretty much in everything. And the Vestron Blu-ray has about an hour of bonus features on it, so it's good. Nice. And they interview associate producers and stuff like that, which I always find fascinating because they have such a different perspective than a lot of times when you interview stars. They're kind of guarded in what they say. So I appreciate stuff like that. And the last thing I watched is the Amazon original Merry Little Batman, which is a cartoon that because Warner Brothers now farms out their animation to different studios because they don't like people, I guess. And it's this really
thing
weird
we used to be really good at. Yeah,
yeah, I know. It's this really weird animation style, and it's obviously it takes place in a different version of Batman, where Batman is so successful that there is no more crime in Gotham, and he's raising Damian Wayne, who's this little 7-year-old or 8-year-old little whippersnapper kid who wants to be Batman and be a superhero. And Bruce won't let him because he's overprotective, and eventually there's a villain resurfaces and it makes Batman leave, and while he's gone he gets trapped in this frozen wilderness, and it turns out that the Justice League didn't ask Batman to go deal with this villain. It was the Joker, and the Joker, while Batman is gone, decides to rain chaos in Gotham again, and the only one left is little Batman, Damian Wayne. And it's actually a really cute movie. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, it's just a cute movie, and it's because I always thought Damian Wayne in the comics too was kind of a little bitch, so it's kind of nice that he's just this little precocious kid in this movie. Yeah, so it's on Amazon Prime. The animation style takes a little bit to get used to, but it's fun. And yeah, you should check it out. Called Merry Little Batman.
Did you get the Mask of the Phantasm 4K?
I haven't yet. I've been working so much. I haven't even been down to freaking Lakewood.
No, it's probably
the only time I went down there is to go to Elitch's.
It's probably not on sale anymore, but yeah, I picked it up and I don't know, I guess I'm not surprised, but I was just kind of a little disappointed that the only like new thing is just like a short little like in memoriam for Kevin Conroy on it. It's like you've released this how many times, and like this is still all you can muster for special
Well,
features?
Warner Brothers, they're a joke right now.
Yeah. And then also I got the Shout Factory Clue, and that's a movie that's been I think never had any special features, and they put a couple in there, but it's like 3, I don't know, 5 or 6 minute interviews and then a trailer. And you're just like, really? You couldn't like get any of these people to do a commentary or anything?
Yeah, that's what's disappointing about the Point Break one too, is like they have a commentary on it, but the featurettes are like old ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess that Shout is actually putting stuff on 4K is nice. They might not be able to license anything. It happened with the Columbo set from Kino Lorber. They had all these special features, and then I don't know who owns Columbo, but then they nixed them, and so they couldn't put out the special features with it.
Yeah, it's just such a bummer because, like, you're paying like $35 for something because you're like, oh, yeah, like these guys really go all out for it. And then, I guess mine came with a poster, but it's just like, I don't know, like they're known for tricking out their discs and everything.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. The Shout Select are a little more different, though. Like, you have to, they have Shout Select and they have Shout Select Collector's Editions.
Yeah.
Which, and Shout is starting to go, even with Scream Factory, you used to be able to get, the slipcover would be their commissioned art, and then you could reverse the cover and it'd be the original poster art. But now they don't do that if you order it through Amazon. You have to order it through their website to get their exclusive stuff now, which is fine. I mean, it's their stuff, but just something to think about if you're ever doing it.
Yeah, and they did like the slipcovers like the first run. So if they do a second run, you're stuck with like the non-slipcover version. Because there's something I was trying to get. I was like, oh yeah, it doesn't have a slipcover. Never mind. I'll just get it off of Amazon, I guess.
Yep.
So.
Cool. Well, next week we're seeing Wonka and Poor Things because I couldn't decide on either one, and I want to see them both. So it's my podcast, and I'll do what I want.
Shit, I gotta go see more movies.
Yeah.
There's no way I can do that, Ryan.
And make sure you send us your list of your favorite films from 2023. We do record Film Explosion 2023 in 2.5 weeks. So, yeah. Until then, we'll see you at the movies.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!